Frankie Ward.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to the 2020 PC Gaming Show. I am one of your hosts today, Sean Day9 Plot, and I'm delighted to have you wherever you may be tuning in. Twitch, form of reveals, trailers, interviews that we've recorded in the last weeks. Before we get into that, though, I want to take a moment to address America. While we're glad to be showing you some games today, there are many, many more people fighting for something far, far more important: the struggle against police violence and the systemic oppression of Black Americans. I and everyone who works on the PC Gaming Show each year, we know that Black lives matter, and this is not a fight that we are willing to stand on the sidelines for. So what can we all do? There's a great many organizations that deserve support right now, and one of them is the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund at naacpldf.org. If you want to support this and get some great games in the process, hundreds of developers have joined together at itch.io to create the Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. It's a pay whatever you want for the bundle, and 100% of the proceeds go to the NAACP Fund and the Community Bail Fund. There's a lot more resources and information we'd like to share, so PC Gamer has created an ongoing list of ways that you can get involved in supporting protesters. That's at pcgamer.com/Black Lives Matter. Okay, we're going to begin the reveals in a moment, but this wouldn't be a PC Gaming Show without my dear friend and co-host Frankie Ward joining us from the other side of the internet. Welcome, Frankie, and why don't you say hello?
Hello, Sean, and hello to everyone watching around the world. We're really excited to be with you again, and Sean, I've prepared a veritable smorgasbord of PC gaming interviews, trailers, and announcements. This year's show features the most games we've ever presented, so grab your beverage of choice, because it's go time.
Thanks, Frankie, and I gotta say, your apartment looks quite a bit more like a music video than mine does. Maybe I should have sprung for better lighting. Either way, it's time for the PC Gaming Show. And as I said earlier, 50 plus games. We've been talking to the developers, interviewing now, and though it looks kind of empty here, I'm not alone. My beautiful assistant and good buddy DevBot. You may have seen him making his way over here. He is awaiting us, so let's go join him and get the show started. All right, DevBot, what do we have for this year's PC Gaming Show?
I've downloaded 50 game trailers and 10 interviews, Sean, along with a full report of the most secret gaming layer-friendly dogs, per your request. Australian Shepherds rank 4th among all dog breeds.
Oh, well, excellent. Well, what should we play first then?
Scanning. Processing. My readings indicate that the audience would like to see Vikings.
Well, that sounds great. Then let's kick it off with Valheim, a Viking survival game where you'll fight monsters, craft weapons, build and sail ships on an open ocean, all while exploring a procedurally generated landscape. Show me the game, DevBot.
Now loading Valheim.
God damn, OBS keep freezing, man. This is ridiculous.
The next game has been in the works for quite a while and is just about to come out. I've been following it the whole time, and if a game that features farming, creature collection, dance battles, and bears wearing pants sounds like your cup of tea, then it's time to put the kettle on and enjoy some ooblets.
Sean, I've selected the next game for the PC Gaming Show.
Well, great. What do you got, DevBot?
The game is Torchlight 3, a cherished action RPG franchise that features a number of original playable classes.
DevBot, you wouldn't have chosen this game because in Torchlight 3 you can play as a steam-powered robot, would you?
My game selections are entirely objective and determined by an algorithm that shows the audience only what it wants to see.
Show me the algorithm, DevBot.
The algorithm is proprietary.
Okay, well, let's play the Torchlight 3 trailer, and when we're done, I want to talk to one of the Torchlight 3 devs.
In a world of magic and mystery, will you choose fame? Will you choose fortune? Or the future of the frontier? Explore remote, perilous realms. Battle hordes of ancient, powerful enemies. Unite with others to claim your fame and glory. Torchlight 3. Your legend awaits.
Oh, DevBot, please.
Oh, that looks pretty
Please
interesting.
talk with one of those developers.
I'm still waiting for Bloodborne
Joining me today to talk about
and like Horizon and stuff.
3 is Max Schaefer. Max, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Now, Max, Torchlight 2's story began with the alchemist from the original Torchlight becoming corrupted and evil. How does Torchlight 3's story tie into the first two?
Well, we're in the same world, obviously. We're about a century later now, though, and the Empire
century. Wow.
Yes, the Empire is in decline, and they've gotten a little lazy, a little comfortable, and a new threat looms on the horizon. So once again, the adventurers will have to battle the Netherim and all the evil baddies threatening the world.
In terms of the scope and scale of Torchlight 3, how does it compare to the previous editions?
Well, we've expanded quite a bit. Now, first, anyone who's played Torchlight 1 and Torchlight 2 will be comfortable with the mechanics and how to play it and all. But we've expanded and let players make their own mark in the world itself. Like, you get a customized fort that you can decorate, that you can build things in. You can do things that benefit your whole account, and you can put things in there that are useful to other players. And other players will see your fort randomly out in the world.
I want to ask a little bit about the classes, because if you're an action RPG player, you may recognize something like a knight or a mage. But in Torchlight 3, we got the steam-powered robots. We have the rail master that can summon trains. Talk to me about not just what some of the classes that players can expect are, but how you even come up with this glorious stuff.
Well, I think that we've always wanted to avoid going like right down Main Street with our character classes and try to do something interesting. But at the same time, we wanted you to be able to look at them and get a sense and get a kind of an intuitive sense of what they do. And so we've applied that here. We've got some really fun characters, like you said, the fully robotic steam-powered robot, and a guy that summons trains. But we've also got some other cool classes too, a sharpshooter and a dusk mage. And honestly, they all have new twists, and they're all pretty fun to play.
In terms of the game world itself, how specifically do the forts get integrated? Like, what does it mean to stumble across someone else's fort as you're going through the world?
Well, between our gameplay levels, we have passages, and when you enter the passage, there will often be a waypoint there, but there will also be someone else's fort. So you will see some random person from the world's fort, and they will in turn see occasionally randomly your own fort. And it's definitely worth exploring their fort, because you can not only use things like the luck tree, but you can use their enchanting table and whatever recipes they've unlocked to enchant your own items. So it's really worthwhile for you to go check them out.
Now, pets were a big part of the earlier Torchlight games. What type of pet-based entertainment can we expect?
We have expanded upon the pet system. It does all the things you want. It fights alongside you. It goes and takes your items back to town to sell. But we've introduced kind of a collection mechanic. So you can find pets out in the wild by defeating bosses and make a whole stable of pets that you, of course, keep in your fort.
Now, Max, I know that the Torchlight series has an enormous fan base. For those who are looking to get their hands on Torchlight 3, where can they go and when can they play it?
Well, I'm very, very happy to announce that we are available on Steam right now in early access for $29.99. Go check it out. It's available right this minute.
This is the best kind of answer in the PC Gaming Show. You can get it now. Once again, Max Schaefer from the Torchlight 3 team, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, go to Steam right now to get your hands on the early access version of Torchlight 3. We're just getting started here on the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at what's coming up next.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show. Coming up later, an exclusive look at the next game from DayZ creator Dean Hall, Blanco's Block Party, the first reveal of Sound Mind, and more. Back to you, Sean. Back to you, Sean.
Well, hey everyone, I hope you're having a great time. I know I am, and I know you want to tell me how much fun you're having, but don't shout. The walls are very thick in here. I can see you though if you use the PC Gaming Show hashtag on Twitter or Facebook or the PC Gamer forums or a Ouija board or a Messenger Falcon, whatever is your desired form of communication. I'm sure you've been seeing many of those comments show up live in the show today. And we want your hottest 280 character take that our merry moderators might just select to be on the show.
Back to you, Sean. Right?
Time to head on over to Frankie Ward.
Elite Dangerous, the space simulation MMO from Frontier, has continued to evolve over the past 5 years. Set in a
Yeah, honestly, I just want to see Bloodborne and like other games and stuff.
Players forge their own path, build and break alliances, trade, fight, and earn the rank of Elite. Join us as we journey into the next era of Elite Dangerous, set to take a giant leap once more.
Okay, now this looks like it could be interesting. Hey, what is this? I have no idea what this is. I was gonna say like Star Citizen, I think? Like DLC or something? Odyssey. Oh, so it comes out on Xbox and PS4.
Joining me to talk about the next chapter of Elite Dangerous is Piers Jackson from Frontier Developments. Thanks so much for joining us, Piers.
Oh, you're welcome. It's good to be here.
Now, I have a lot of questions about the trailer we just saw, but I'm wondering if you can contextualize a little bit for those who haven't played Elite Dangerous. What is it?
So I think the best way of explaining what Elite Dangerous is to understand how big it is. We have created a title that's the most complete, authentic space simulation of any game out there, and it's just vast. It's the whole galaxy. You can explore it. You can take your own path. You can be a pilot, a trader, a bounty hunter. You can do what you want. You can go where you want, and you can do your own thing. And it's that sort of freedom and the ability for people to tell their own story that I think makes Elite what it actually is.
Now, in all the streams that I've been following for Elite Dangerous, there's a lot of gameplay that happens in ships. There's a lot of focus on the economy and trading. In this trailer, though, we saw feet on the ground, which immediately makes me ask, what is it that we should expect? What should we glean from the trailer?
Oh, I think you've hit the nail on the head. Ultimately, the big new feature that we're looking to release here is the fact that you can now, for the very first time, set foot on our planets. We've created the last edition, really, in terms of going from space all the way down to the planet's surface. So now you can set foot, you can explore, you can interact with the environment. And we've taken the mission-based gameplay and the idea of forging your own path and creating your own experience that the space game has, and we've transposed that right down onto the planet. For the first time, you'll be able to access a whole pile of new planets, all ones with tenuous atmospheres. Obviously, you can be able to play this in join up with your friends. You can experience the game from the ship, from an SRV, and finally from on foot.
In what way will this ground, walking on the planet component transform the existence of Elite Dangerous?
I think it gives people a new set of experiences to have. We link from ground to the buggies, the SRVs, all the way up to the spaceship, so that it becomes a holistic event. The design actually encapsulates the whole experience.
In terms of some of the other systems that are on the planets, or various resources or points of interest, what are some of those that might tie back to some of the gameplay that someone would be familiar with?
So we have new planets that you can visit. You can visit old planets, and we have refreshed the visuals on them, so you can really set foot and be the first to actually make footfall on a new planet.
Now, Piers, I have a combo question for you. Elite Dangerous is available right now. Where can players go to play Elite Dangerous, and when can they expect the Odyssey update?
So you can join in with our community now, playing Elite Dangerous. Download it via Steam, or go to the Frontiers store, or purchase it on console. We have many people playing it. In terms of Odyssey, you can expect to see that next year.
I hope you all enjoyed that conversation. Dangerous. It's a treat to see the way the game is continuing to evolve. For our next title, we're going to be...
Sean, I'm sorry to interrupt, but our broadcast is being hijacked by another host.
Not again.
Hi there again, PC gamers. It's me, Greg Miller. Maybe you saw me host the Guerrilla Collective live stream earlier today. No, I didn't watch. Okay, well, that sucks. I'll give the PC Gaming Show back to its usual host in a moment, but I couldn't let anyone else announce this next trailer, which is a game near and dear to my heart. Let's take a look.
Every day young life to Nessie.
I really hate OBS with a passion. But we finally got Persona though.
Persona 4 Golden is available now on Steam. If you haven't played this, now you have no excuse. Persona 4 Golden is a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. The story, the action, the characters, this is something you have to go get right now. It's been awesome to see Atlas Games make their way onto the PC. I'm glad this one is finally here. Anyway, I better hand the show back over to Sean before he gets mad at me. See you later, PC gamers.
Well, that was weird. I thought this live stream was supposed to be secure.
I'm analyzing the security breach now, Sean. I'm not sure what could have happened.
What the hell is this, man?
Well, all right then. While we get this sorted out, let's head on over to Frankie.
Our next trailer reveals an all-new psychological horror game coming to PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X early next year. InSound Mind will challenge your expectations as it ushers you through the deepest corners of your psyche. It sounds like every night before I go to sleep, honestly. The game also features a chilling original soundtrack by The Living Tombstone. Courtesy of indie outfit We Create Stuff and publisher Modus Games, let's take a look at In Sound Mind.
Alright, hopefully this is something less indie based. Because you just got Persona, that was pretty cool.
They say fear is just a state of mind. A locked door that traps you inside it. But once you find the key to your terror, fear will no longer exist. What a bunch of bullshit.
So what, this is kind of like Outlast a little bit. It looks pretty decent though. I would definitely play this on PC. And it's Sound Mind. Alright, that's cool. Okay, you can play the beta on Steam right now. That's cool. I might download it, try it out.
Developers who brought you Nightmare House 2, and now we're back. We've partnered with Modus Games and The Living Tombstone, and we're working on a new indie horror game, In Sound Mind.
Demo is now out on Steam. Let us know what you think. Thanks.
Thank you.
So hey DevBot, how did you get here today anyways?
Well, Sean, my sleep state was interrupted when I realized I was late to this year's PC gaming show. So naturally, I panicked. I had to improvise about how to reach our undisclosed broadcasting location before you began the show. I tried some back roads in the desert.
These skits are not landing for me.
I tried to hitchhike. But ever since the 1991 documentary Terminator 2, no one in Los Angeles trusts.
Hey, could you just get to the game, please? This is just unnecessary right now.
At that point, I was already right outside our secret location.
Cool. Hey, let's take a look at our next trailer.
Airborne Kingdom loading.
Show Bloodborne. Looks like another indie title, which is cool. I don't know what this is about though. Airborne Kingdom. I mean, I guess it looks cool. I mean, we didn't see much of anything yet, so I can't really give a judgment if I like it or not.
You might be surprised to know that I enjoy real-time strategy games, and that's why I'm excited for our next trailer. It's Dwarfheim, a cooperative RTS, where up to 3 players can split up the work of building, mining, and fighting, working together to build defenses, machinery, and traps, train armies to fend off deadly trolls and rival clans. The Dwarfheim demo is live right now on Steam. Let's see what the game is all about.
Ever since the fall, dwarven clans live scattered across Agartha. They toil every day in the dark and dirt. They try to protect what little they have from rival clans and the vile creatures that roam these lands. Your clan needs you now, chieftains, to lead your people. Choose your classes, guide your builders and miners to expand your kingdom, or take up arms with your warriors to protect our town halls and conquer your enemies. Bring us to victory!
Alright, so just a traditional turn-based game. Okay. Yeah, just okay, so it's co-op. And they have an open beta. Okay, alright. I'll give them their props.
Thanks, Sean. And now let's take a look at the lineup of games and game updates coming.
Show Bloodborne. I'm gonna keep saying that the whole show till they actually show it. New Blood. For a second, it looked like a Doom game. Yeah, this is definitely Doom inspired. Like old school, like Nintendo 64 Doom. Maximum action. You know, this actually looks cool though. Bringing old school vibes. 16-player co-op. Now free to play. Okay, all right. I'm liking this. Ultra kill. Retro shooter, yep. With SS style, nice. So it's like Devil May Cry's skill system. So I got all these games rolled into one. Nice. New Blood, okay. Is it available now though? That's the real question. I guess it is. I don't know.
Lineup from New Blood, and with us now is the New Blood CEO, Dave Oshry, to talk about it. Dave, what the hell was that all about?
Yeah, so we got a lot going on, right? I mean, some guys come out here, they show like some cinematic trailer and then tell you it's coming out in a year. We got 6 games and you can play all of them right now. We couldn't afford the cinematic trailer if we wanted to.
I like that.
So yeah, Dusk, now with mods, check them out at duskmods.com. There's all kinds of crazy a Medieval, now with RTX, DLSS 2.0 is coming, maximum action, new levels are coming, new features, new guns. Unfortunate Spaceman is now completely free to play. F it, why not? Check that one out. 16-player co-op. It's crazy. It's like the Thing in space. Faith, of course. If you don't know about Faith, now you know. Ultra Kill, our new retro shooter with style. If you like games like Devil May Cry and Quake, that's what that's about. And then of course Gloomwood. If you like games like Thief, System Shock, Resident Evil, then I think Gloomwood is definitely the game for you.
Where can we go to learn more?
So you can check out Dusk at notfortnite.com, a Medieval at ican'tbelieveit'snothexen.com, Maximum Action at shootyboom.com, Unfortunate Spaceman at deaderspace.com. Deaderspace.com. Faith at GaryLovesYou.com. Ultra Kill at DevilMayQuake.com, and then of course Gloomwood at ThiefWithGuns.com. Yeah, that's all we got. 6 games, you can play them all right now. We love you.
And we hate money.
Thanks, Dave. Let's see what Frankie has for us next.
I like that guy. But that's cool though. 6 games for free. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You really can't.
Gamers, have you ever wanted to rewrite history? Not your browser history, that's easy and absolutely vital, but how about something grander, like discovering America, mastering flight, or inventing the computer a couple of 100 years earlier? Humankind is an upcoming historical strategy game where you'll be combining up to 60 different cultures to create a civilization that's as unique as you are. And as with all of their previous titles, Amplitude is asking the community to participate in the development of Humankind to help make it the best game that it can be. Let's see how they're inviting PC gamers to help build this worldly game.
Oh, this is Sega.
Well, you heard the trailer. You need to go to opendev.gamestogether.com so you can be one of the very first humans to get your hands on Humankind, Amplitude Studios' upcoming historical strategy game. And now for something a little different, why don't you join me in my chambers? Come on. Come on.
Show Bloodborne.
Of all the subcultures and communities that make up PC gaming, modders have arguably had the biggest impact. My next guest is Dean Hall, a designer who started out as a modder and eventually helped lay the foundation for two of the most popular genres on PC, survival and battle royale. Let's take a look at the next game from Rocketworks revealed here on the PC Gaming Show. It's Icarus.
Okay. This is the graphics. This looks phenomenal. Icarus. Okay. It's a nice little survival game.
Joining me to talk about Icarus is Dean Hall. Dean, thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome. It's great to be here.
So, Dean, you're making another survival-focused game. What makes Icarus different from other survival titles?
Well, I think if you think about your first hour in DayZ, your first hour in Minecraft, really what we're trying to do is capture that and then basically build a game where you can do that over a long period of time and you can progress through the survival experience. So it was really getting back to the roots of what a survival game is and what makes those moments that you get in them really intense and emotional.
If you can just walk me through like the basic loop. If I just open up the game, do I start out on the ship itself?
If you think about the orbital station as your apartment in GTA, you can invite your friends in and prepare for what we call a drop. And then you select a prospect. And the big challenge of the game, and the way to fail it, I guess, is to run out of time on the drop.
Let's say I'm on a 30-minute mission. I have a particular resource I've set out to snatch up. How does the gameplay of that 30-minute period differ from other survival games?
I suppose there were three key things that I felt needed to be addressed before I made another survival game. The first, scale. By breaking your experience over months and years into sessions, that allowed us to address scale. So you still can do all the things that you do in a normal survival game, building bridges, roads, all those kinds of things. But you're doing it with a medium-term focus. The second was pacing and clear direction, which is helped very much by the structure that we're putting around the session. And the last one is really focusing in on those core...
I'm gonna punch OBS in the face, bro. I'm being for real right now.
Survival as a genre connects so emotionally with players.
He's done it so many times now.
Nice to hear that there are 20-minute drops as well as multi-day drops. What are the sort of time ranges we're looking at? Are there different like categories and tiers of drop length?
Yeah, so it really depends on your level as you progress through the game. So early on, we're really just introducing you to more safe environments. So say a daytime drop that only lasts 20 minutes. You're only going to play the game during the day. As you progress,
yeah, I'm gonna drop kick him, bro.
You can take on and get access to prospects that have much longer drop windows, but that means you're getting a cycle of day-night. And night, particularly for most of our biomes, is definitely the most dangerous.
I want to ask a little bit about what failure means in Icarus. I mean, in the trailer there was someone that fell down, and you just ominously talked about the dangers of being left behind on the planet. What happens if you
Oh my
don't make it back to ship
God.
in time, die on the planet? What happens?
If you think about DayZ, when you get shot, it's a very binary event that happens, and there's nothing you can do. It's just over. And there's a certain charm to that.
It's like every single time I switch back to the scene or something. Like, yeah. Oh my God. It's annoying. It's so annoying. And it never did this before.
One failure state. If you run out of time on your drop, that character and all its equipment is gone. Yeah.
You said it's been crashing since yesterday? Oh my God.
There are worse fates than death. So
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
behind. If you miss your rendezvous window with the orbital station, then that's it. Everything that you've deployed on there, your character and all that progression of that character and all that equipment.
But yeah, this event is pretty underwhelming so far. I mean, they showed a couple of few games. Like, they showed New Blood, which came with 6 free games. So that was pretty cool. And it's out now. You can download that right now.
But if you run out of time, it's over.
But everything else was just, nah.
There's so much ambition. I know there's a lot of PC gamers that maybe feel like you abandoned DayZ, other projects. What do you have to reassure those people that you're committed to Icarus?
Well, I think a big thing for me is you know, Bohemia was an existing company, and I definitely felt like I was pulling them in a direction that was hard for them to go. And they probably felt like they were pulling me in a direction.
It's
that
not
I didn't
great.
want to go. And
It could be
it's really
better.
been a bit of a struggle for me to develop and not only the studio but myself as well. There was a whole bunch of things I had to learn.
I'm just trying to see Bloodborne on PC and maybe new graphics cards.
Sure it wasn't just a Dean Hall game, but it was a game built by incredibly skilled people. And we managed to assemble, I think, definitely one of the best teams I've ever worked with. An exceptional concept team through to a technical and production team as well.
Well, I know there's a ton of people that are interested in my very next question, my favorite question. When can people get the opportunity to play Icarus?
That is a good question. So we're looking at sometime next year. Our development is very advanced at this point. Our biggest question really is content. So, you know, we're making the game free to play because we wanted to maximize the number of people that play it. And we're
At least it's free to play.
A number of our former staff are ex-Grinding Gear Games who made Path of Exile. Very talented in the free-to-play area. So we're very cognizant of how much content we need to provide gamers. So at the moment, we're really sort of heading into that.
Well, Dean, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Awesome.
They could have just dropped a couple of YouTube trailers and videos. I agree, 100%.
Let's head to Frankie. When you're an evil supervillain, it's important to have your own sense of style. What? Evil cat psychics are so 2019. Evil Genius 2 asks players the question, how would you design a supervillain fortress? Would you build a pool filled with laser sharks, or would you just give all the home appliances RGB lighting? Here's the
I'm done. He said it's free to play by default. Nobody's gonna play it. No, I truly feel like some people would play it. Oh, this is made by Rebellion. Interesting. Never heard of the first game though, like at all. I'm just waiting for them to get to like the really good games that we're waiting for. They already showed Persona before the thing crashed. mean, this is like a cool, like little game to play. I wouldn't say like I'm dying to play it, you know? It's a very chill game.
We are about to see the first official gameplay footage for Godfall on PC.
Okay, finally. We got Godfall on PC. Okay.
And keen observers will notice that this is running in Unreal Engine 5. That's why those shiny sets of armor look oh so gorgeous. You can go on over to the Epic Game Store and wishlist it now, or get more information on Godfall before it releases this holiday season. But for now, let's take a look.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today, and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Please enjoy.
Alright.
Godfall is still in development, so some things will change and improve in the final product, including visuals and performance. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates.
Yeah, Godfall is not a I mean, well, it is a PS5 exclusive. It's not going to be on Series X, I don't think, on launch, but it's going to be on PC as well.
To challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history. Now let's talk about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person.
The gameplay looks good though. I like it.
Create what we think is a whole new genre, the looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. What you're looking at now is a mid-boss fight, a tougher challenge which we'll have to leave for another day. Please check out the Godfall channels on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
Okay, so that was a little sneak peek of Godfall. It looks pretty good.
Showing you more soon.
It looks alright, man. Looks pretty good. I like the gameplay. It looks pretty buttery smooth.
First-person shooters, they think of games like Doom, Quake, and Duke Nukem. Our next trailer shows a project that celebrates the proud heritage of sci-fi FPSs while taking advantage of some very modern visual effects, like glorious enemy dismemberment. From Bounding Box Software and Humble Publishing, this is Proteus.
I didn't even know Humble even made games. Definitely looks heavily Doom inspired, which is not bad at all. Early access fall 2020. Okay. another time-based fighting game. Yeah, it looks alright. Summer 2020. Okay.
I love the look of that last one. Faye Tactics is set to scratch that isometric combat itch that I know a lot of us have been feeling ever since we played Final Fantasy Tactics back in the 90s. Alright, but we're not done with Humble Games yet. Their lineup, as it turns out, isn't all that humble. We're going to take a look at 2 more games from them. Project Wingman, a jet fighter game featuring RPG elements and VR support. And rounding things out is Carto from Sunhead Games, a gorgeous top-down puzzler. Let's take a look.
Yeah, those are turn-based shooters is what I meant. I mean, turn-based gameplay games is what I meant to say, not timed. I don't even know when Ghostwire even comes out, to be honest with you. And it froze again. Oh my god. You know, I'm gonna just keep it at this. Keep it at this screen, because my god, man, it just keeps glitching out. Yeah.
Hey Devbot, have you ever wondered
I'm about
what
to.
Freeman's voicemail message sounds like?
Sean, that is an intriguing inquiry. However, something is wrong. I'm receiving an external transmission.
Why does this keep happening, Devbot? What's with the security? Have you upgraded to Service Pack 2 yet?
The transmission is coming from a powerful space satellite.
Yeah, I might just end the stream. But I don't know. I don't know. There's people here though.
Your supreme leader, Kane. I am commandeering this broadcast to deliver an important mission briefing. We must capture the GDI base marked at these coordinates. This is a strategically significant facility. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's me, Joe Coogan. And I can take over this broadcast because I do what I want. Look, you know Command & Conquer has been a major part of your life. It's certainly been a big part of your life. Command & Conquer Remastered Collection recently launched for PC, and it is an awesome way to relive this classic game with a bunch of new bells and whistles. I mean, who doesn't like 4K graphics, quick matches in multiplayer or modding, am I right?
I'm really hoping for like some heavy hitters though. Like for real. It's kind of lukewarm so far.
25 years. I mean, I live in death, I guess. Thanks for letting me interrupt, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. For the glory of Nod!
I might not even do that, to be honest with you.
Tell me, PC gamers, do you have any rare action figures? Perhaps you're one of the lucky owners of an out-of-print collectible, something you'd never trade away in a million years. Our next game is a celebration of toys and art. On its surface, a game about collecting, customizing, and trading, but it's also a highly social playground for creativity, one where you can make your own levels and gather with your friends to hang out, play mini-games, and create together. This is Blanco's Block Party.
Blanco's Block Party. Why do I feel like I heard that before?
Legend tells of a place where everyone comes together.
Never mind. I don't know what this is.
Dance and race and shoot and jump and fly with jetpacks and maybe bat wings. And there's lava and a mountain made of junk food. Where you can create your own worlds and have your own adventures where you are in charge. Where you can make your very own games with your very own rules. And all your friends can come and play. Like this one here. Yep, them too. And I don't know what that dude is, but he is cool. What? They're all toys? Come to life. You can actually play with them and own them all.
Hopefully it works when I stream the Cyberpunk event and stuff. Cause my God, OBS can't be crashing randomly.
Here to bring us the inside look at Blanco's block party is Jamie Jackson from Mythical. Jamie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
I would love if you could just address what is Blancos.
Blancos it's a game about vinyl toys kind of coming to life and where they go when a human leaves the room. But it's also more
So
than just
Toy
a game.
Story.
It's a place for content creators and gamers and collectors to come together and hang out and build the worlds.
The Cyberpunk event is like the 15th or the 18th or something. I have to look for it. But it's pretty soon.
It's a shooting mechanic.
It could be the 25th, I don't know.
That fires ice creams. We got like a cactus grenade launcher that fires these little cactus balls. So it's all about kind of like arcade fun shooter stuff. And you can set that up as a team shooter. You could have squads. You can do a bunch of stuff with it. You can even just have it free for all. Some other stuff we're going to be dropping is race toys. So you could just do point to point. You could build this super sweet like platformer and just go A to B. You could do laps. And then another one is, because Blancos, they all survive on good vibes. That's kind of what powers them. So another one you could do is actually just a vibe collection. And what's kind of super cool is all of those toys work with each other. So you could build a race, and then you could drop some guns in it, and it can be a race, but you can pick up guns on the way and try and knock each other out.
So you have these huge flexible tools, this community focus. We've also seen in games like Fortnite these in-game events. Are these kinds of things that you think will show up in Blancos
Please don't compare it to Fortnite.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we felt that from the beginning of development, that Blancos wasn't just this place for players to go and build and create their own worlds, but it was a place for us to be able to share with them different content, whether that's a music concert, whether it's a movie trailer, you know, whether it's something no one's seen yet. But absolutely, that we're definitely thinking about that kind of stuff.
Well, talk to me about the number of different designs. Like, where are these designs coming from? How many are there?
We're not talking about numbers in season 1 just yet, but we are talking about the artists. So we're really stoked we've been able to work with some of my favorites that I've been buying toys of over the years. So John Paul Kaiser is a great artist from the UK. I ended up buying some of his toys in New York about 6 years ago.
Hey man, I'm just here for Bloodborne and whatever PC games are gonna show. The indies are cool and all, but they're not me, bruh. Not me.
Just those clean vector-based lines. And one of my personal favorites is Pete Fowler, who for me was kind of one of the grandfathers of vinyl toy design.
I know people are going to want more information. They're going to want to know when they can play Blancos, when they can see more. Where do they go for that?
If you want to keep just up to date with things, go and check out blancos.com. You can register there right now, so you can, you know, secure your account name and get ready for launch. We're going to be launching end of the year, so not too far away now, but we're also going to be starting to look for our beta at some point soon as well. So if you get registered, we might be able to get you in that.
Man, I'm trying to see Bloodborne on PC. Trying to see what that Mafia Definitive Edition is gonna look like.
Let's take a look at what's coming up next at this year's PC Gaming Show.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show, presented by PC Gamer. Stay tuned for more trailers, announcements, and footage. Coming up later, we celebrate the 20th anniversary of A Total War. What's next in Escape from Tarkov? The reveal of horror strategy game Rogue Lords. And more. Back to you, Frankie.
The PC is the birthplace of space flight action games, and our next project, Everspace 2, expands on that tradition with its gorgeous handcrafted universe. The focus here is on exploration and dogfighting, with alien species standing in the way of outfitting your ship with unique modules, weapons, and devices. And as we're about to see in this next trailer,
This is kind of like Inside Xbox, low-key.
vacuum of space, but also the atmospheres of planets themselves.
Maybe they probably stole it from them. Xbox probably stole this layout from them. man. I'm so close to just ending it. I'm considering it. I tell you what, if they don't show something that piques my eye, like within the next game, I'm ending the stream. I'll probably just watch the you know, the stuff. But hopefully the Xbox event is gonna be good, as well as the Cyberpunk. I already know it's gonna be good. As far as everything else, it's a toss-up. I have no idea. No, seriously, what is this? What the fuck is this? You know, if there's one thing that I notice about these events is that they're always flooded with indies, which is cool, but it's like we came from the heavy hitters, man.
PC gamers, I'm sure you'll agree. If a horse shows up at your door and you don't remember ordering a horse, it's probably best to keep the door shut. One of the coolest things about a Total War Saga Troy, the next game from Creative Assembly, is that it will enable players to experience multiple different versions of how the iconic battle went down, including several explanations for what that mythical horse actually was.
Okay, Total War.
I'll get the door.
Hopefully they show us some gameplay.
Trailer.
Peggy 16.
Peggy 16. Fun fact, I think this is gonna be free on Epic Game Store on release day, which is pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie.
One of the greatest conflicts ever told, the Trojan War. As Odysseus besieged the legendary city of Troy in 3 ingenious and equally devastating ways, all based around prominent theories from throughout the ages as to what the iconic Trojan horse really resembled.
The walls of this city may appear to be mighty, but no defenses are impregnable.
Using gargantuan siege towers, take the fight to the walls. Slaughter the Trojans atop and force them back into their pitiful city.
Okay, I mean, it looks pretty good. Never really played like games like this before. Never really got into them, so to speak. But this looks pretty good. Definitely play it.
Sneak troops into the city in a vast, horse-headed vessel fit for the gods. Under the cloak of darkness, use guerrilla tactics to sabotage the unbreachable city gates, leaving the Trojan warriors defenseless, allowing the Achaean soldiers to begin razing the city to the ground.
Their walls have been breached.
Even the greatest defenses cannot stand against nature's might. In a land ravaged by earthquakes, patience is rewarded. Send your troops forward. Troy is yours for the taking.
Show some Mafia. Show some Bloodbore.
History in a war that will define the ages. Experience the
This is Total War. We already know what it is. Yep, see, look, free to claim for 24 hours when it comes out, August 13th. That's cool.
Get to play in 2021. And hey, speaking of sneaking in big surprises, a master of segue. This year, we've teamed up with Intel to build a legendary custom computer inspired by art, weaponry, and the artifacts found in the game. DevBot, I understand you know your way around a computer, right?
Oh, God.
Sean, I have a soft spot for Bronze Age computers.
Well, great. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit more?
Can do, Sean. Behold, PC gamers. This build is centered around Intel's CPU, the 10th gen Intel Core i9-10900K processor.
Wait, are they gonna show some?
Core flagship CPU is built for maximum gaming performance and overclocking, especially useful in epic strategy games like A Total War Saga Troy. The build also features a top-of-the-line GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. Also, ASUS motherboard are a spacious 4 terabytes of fast storage and 128 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. The unit is powered by a platinum-certified Corsair 1200 watt power supply, and temperatures are kept at a nominal level thanks to 9 RGB fans running alongside liquid cooling. The copper tubing is not only effective at heat conduction, but, according to my readings, aesthetically pleasing. Is this what you humans call love?
PCs are more than specs. They're a passion. When we build a PC, we form a relationship with that piece of hardware. We wanted to show you every step of that process. For this build, we enlisted a master craftsman, Brian Carter, a PC modder with over a decade and a half of experience. PC Gamer and Intel have created a 4-part series following Brian as he created this epic artifact. Cue it up!
Hey, my name is Brian Carter, and I've been building custom PC mods for over 16 years. I'm working with Intel and A Total War Saga Troy on a very special custom PC project that we're thrilled to debut at the PC
That's
Gaming
cool
Show.
and all, but
Join me in a 4-part video series as I take you through each stage of the scratch build process. We begin with the inspiration and design phase, where we figure
yeah, I'm into this, bro. I'm into this, man.
and functionalize them to house our best-in-class components.
And I'm starving, dog. I'm done. Alright, bye.
Then I'll show you how I assemble, finish, and test this one-of-a-kind.
Oh yeah, FYI, you know, finally got the chat box to work, so that's a plus. You know?
I hope you like it.
Oh, it looks so good, and I have some good news.
Yeah, peace, dog. I'm tired as hell, man. I'll just probably make a video about this if I really care about it. I don't know. But yeah, peace.
And with that,
come back if I'm gonna be streaming the Cyberpunk event and a whole bunch of other stuff. So just subscribe to, you know, like the 2 people that are in here right now, and yeah, see you.